I feel like the whole situation with Mac right now is pretty hilarious. My own take when it's coming to game is that I want my game to be good and have good looking characters. Unless there's a particular reason or a direction that the game may look should, and unless it's very clear, I'm perfectly fine with that. But again, I do like my game to look nice and having good looking character. Even if it's not realistic, at some point with coming to game, you stop believing the realism and just want something nice and enjoyable. And I guess because of that, a lot of people are taking ups in arm with against Melonie Mac. Now, obviously, her reasoning is different than my reasoning, and a lot of people attacking her or defending her is very different. And I'm not really here to talk about that. I really don't care what her opinion is too much. Or maybe I do a little bit, so that's why I'm making this video. So I'm coping and seeding right now, so that's my own fault. But at the people on the other aisle, I just see this as two things. First off, I've seen this before. I've seen this before 10 years ago with the anti SJW and the whole skeptic community. And look how much that turned out for them. Many of them are now either leftists in their own right or have become right wing. And when I mean right wing, the Anobac is becoming right wing like Melonie Mac or Razor Fist, or even like in the case of Sargon Khan, almost fully abandoning liberalism. The people who are attacking her right now are no different than her, and they're both grifters in their own right. I'm not going to deny Melonie Mac isn't a grifter. It's just a question of how useful she is for what you're trying to push. That's always something you need to ask yourself. And let's be honest and sincere about it. And for me, it's very funny that the people who are attacking her now will end up becoming left wingers themselves in the next 2 or 3 years. Give it some time. It's very common. I would even say downright hilarious. Just because those people say edgy word or say edgy thing doesn't necessarily mean that they're on your side. That's what happened with the anti SJWs and the whole anti woke people. Just because they say a couple edgy things, there's no guarantee they may be on your side. And if they are, they end up becoming more down the right wing. It's also hilarious how I see the term woke right wing being used by the same people that, again, will become left wing down the line. The people who are attacking her can, as I best describe it as liberalism from 10 years ago or 5 years ago. And they're one step closer to being what they hate in the next year or two. Again, look at what happened with the skeptic community. Look what happened with the NTSJW. Many of them just went left wing and they destroyed their community. If anything, they were always left wing liberals. Look at Amazing Atheist. Look at Crowd and T. Look at Sargon of Akkad. Once you peel back what they're attacking, you realize they're no different than what they're attacking. It's just a different degree of where they're from. And that's what the result would be. Now, whether or not Melonie Mac stays right wing in the next year or two, we'll wait and see. She probably will end up becoming more and more along the line of the conservative right wing. If anything, probably further move herself towards that direction. And I know that a lot of people are attacking her for being a grifter. And as I said, everybody of them, all of them are probably grifting the right wing term. To them, right wing is just liberalism from 5, 10 years ago. There is no difference. Really isn't. And I've seen this before. I've seen it a number of times. Because when you really press them on actual right wing ideas, like you bring up things like revolutionary right wing, or reactionary, or traditionalism, they usually don't ever agree with it, and they're only using the term because they don't want to be seen as left wing from their peers or the audience they're pulling. And in many cases, some of them actually become even more right wing. Again, Sargon of Akkad is basically a conservative or a traditionalist now. I would even say that he's slowly becoming Christian if he's not already one. Compared to his peers back in the day who sided with BreadTube and those kind of people. In the end of the day, whoever you decide to side with, go for it. But if anything's important to come off of it is all you should be asking is good games and good quality characters that look nice, right, with a good story. If a game has hot character but it plays like dog shit, then I may as well just play a gotcha game at that point. At least I'll have entertainment out of it, right? You know, ask yourself. Like deep down, what's more important? These dumb idiots fighting over minute stuff or a good game? In the end, I want a good game. These people fighting right now will be irrelevant in the next couple of weeks. Hell, damn Dragon is on longer. It's probably we drag on longer and people will make content out of the next couple of weeks and it'll be the same repeatable things we see. The same line, the same beat in rhythm. Nothing has changed. And from what I learned from 10 years ago, it's more truer now than ever. Again, whether or not she becomes more right wing down the line, it's up to her. But her oppositions will end up becoming leftists down the line. Don't be surprised. Press them hard enough and you'll be very surprised. I should know. I've seen it before. And it's somebody who's more on the actual, more within a certain sphere. I would say almost adjacent to Nick Fuentes. Or not adjacent, but a little bit near past him and all those people. I would say looking at all of it, it's just comical. It's sort of like why people criticize the culture war in the far right and the far left because it brought no real value. It was just two forms of liberalism trying to see who can win it out and dig it out. That's all it was. It was just two forms of liberalism striking at each other's throat, and none of them won anything. The people who criticize the anti SAW end up becoming the same thing they attack and became woke. And those people they attack ended up influencing people down the line that got into some politics. You know, the people who are attacking Melonie Mac, give it a couple years and they'll end up being the same boat. They'll be attacked by people next couple years who are slightly less left wing than them, and the cycle will repeat itself. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my perspective will get maybe the hot take. I'm not sure. To me, it's just funny, and I'm really not gonna cover it bar from this one example because I feel like there's nothing I could say without repeating the same thing has been said. So I decided to give a different opinion that probably is more truer than we think, and many of us who've seen this probably are laughing at this. Till next time, everybody. Have a good one. Be safe and God bless. Till next time. It's funny she had a hot take that I actually quite agree with. You can be pro corn and claim to be right wing. You're a liberal who wants affordable grocery. As much as people may not like her, that is a true take that, as I said before, to quote people back a couple years ago, most of these conservative or liberalism from 5, 10 years ago. Funny how things don't really change too much.